got birthday party cleanup because I have a 15-year-old now. We're trying out new things today. We're spending the day together. And y'all are going to be present for my mental breakdown. Did the bangs give it away? Oh, I need to talk to you guys so bad. I was going to do it while I was going to get ready with me because I find that a lot of my good chats with you guys are when I get ready. I have a handful on this channel from the last 5 years where I've just broken down and told you my entire thoughts and feelings, and you guys listen. And I feel like I feel so much better and lighter after those times. I don't know. I swear, you guys say that I do a lot for you, and first of all, I don't know how I do that. I don't know how I do that. I'm thankful I do, but I don't know how I do that. But you guys do so much more for me, even if it's just being a listening ear. For so many years, I did not have anyone to listen to me except for Jesus, and He's multiplied that by thousands, and it helps so much. That being said, I need to talk to y'all. I need to talk to you guys, but I also need to do mom stuff. So come hang out with me and be my listening ear friends. My house is so messy, and that's not helping with the feelings that I'm having. I don't even know where to start. So I've created a fall bucket list. I've created a fall bucket list in the midst of my midlife, mid-30s crisis going on right now. And I'm excited to talk to you guys about this because I need your advice and all of the wisdom that you guys have. Ever wish that cleaning could just take care of itself? Meet the ECOVACS X9 Pro OMNI. This thing is a game changer for anybody who hates doing chores, like yours truly. I'm so excited to open this ECOVACS X9 Pro OMNI device because we all know I struggle in my home with messes.
Go.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
This thing can handle dry and wet messes. It has an Osmo roller and edge cleaning for deep scrubbing, and it has a blast and zero tangle 3.0 for powerful hair-free suction, which is so necessary when you have 6 dogs in the house like myself. The ECOVACS X9 Pro OMNI turns on with a little red switch. You can put the cover back on it. A little ramp is even included to make it easier to dock itself. This is where the cleaning solution goes. This device holds the clean and dirty water and also the cleaning solution and the debris as well. It is so neat and futuristic.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for choosing the ECOVACS robot. Scan the QR code for details.
It's doing the hokey pokey. Oh my gosh, it's docking itself. Oh my. Oh. It just put itself to bed. It just tucked itself in. Okay, I'm setting the
DEEBOT starting
time zone. Are we on
mapping
New
will
York?
automatically learn every corner of your home. You don't need to follow it during the process.
The setup is extremely easy. It has an app, and the app helps you map your entire perimeter of your home so that the ECOVACS X9 Pro OMNI knows where it needs to go and can avoid obstacles. It has an AI-powered stain detection and a 3D navigation to avoid obstacles and detect messes. Yeah, you heard that. Yeah, I can confidently say I've never seen anything like this. So if you see me looking at it like this, then just know I am thoroughly intrigued because this is wild. It also has a Yiko GPT voice assistant, and that's for simple smart voice commands like clean the kitchen or pause cleaning.
Okay, Yiko.
At your service.
Go clean your mop.
Okay, return to clean the mopping pad. Let's start washing the roller mop with hot water.
Girlfriend is on a mission, and she needs to be because we have 6 dogs and a lot of kids, and there's a lot of stuff on the floor. She has no problem getting it, as you can see here. She ate it like a champ. Her AI-powered stain detection and AV 3D navigation helps her maneuver around obstacles to avoid bumping into everything. It's good for carpet and hard surfaces, and you don't have to worry about like hair jams because of the Blast Plus like Zero Tangle 3.0 system. She has a triple lift system, so she handles both dry and wet messes. But right now, look at how easily she picks up this mess here on the floor. This is a completely dry mess, but what she does is she picks it up, takes it back to the station, and empties it out once she's full. She doesn't just pick up the dry mess, though. She goes in with the Osmo roller and mops behind herself. She does the same thing with her dry and wet messes. So here we have both a dry mess and a wet mess together, and she's able to tackle them both, and she's able to keep her roller clean as she does it. I love that it scrubs so deeply, and you can see here by the dirty water. This really gives you a view of the blast feature on this device. It is sucking up that smoke like it's nothing. The suction power with this is absolutely insane. And the Osmo roller and edge cleaning feature on this makes cleaning up around walls and corners so easy. Something really neat about the ECOVACS X9 Pro Omni is it actually cleans itself. You see this blue here on the roller? The ECOVACS X9 Pro Omni cleans its roller with hot water.
Let's start washing the roller mop with hot water.
We can actually track the cleaning process on our phone through the app.
Starting hot air drying.
All right, Eco, let's see how good you cleaned yourself. Look at that, it's so fresh, so clean. Good job, Eco. Okay, Eco,
Yes.
come back to station.
A huge thank you to ECOVACS for partnering with me for this video. You can check out the link below to get your X9 Pro Omni and see how it changes cleaning for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna cry. My oldest baby turned 15 this week. And when I tell you guys, I need you to listen and like just hang out with me, because I had a breakdown. I had Colton when I was really young. I was literally, he's 15, and in 3 years he will be the age I was when I had him. And I don't regret him. Oh my gosh, I prayed for that baby. I needed that baby. But I regret that I wasn't in a position that I could have been when I had him. I regret that I couldn't give him then what I could give him now, because I just wasn't capable. I wasn't mentally capable, financially capable. I just feel like I did him a disservice by having him at such a young age. And he's grown up to be my best friend. You guys know, me and Colton, we are two peas in a pod. We have probably one of the best relationships I've ever seen between a son and a mother. He's genuinely my best friend, but allows me to be his mama first. He respects my opinion. He listens to me. He minds me, I guess you could say. He's respectful, and he loves me, and he loves hard. He turned out so good, given everything, you know, that we went through when we were younger. We grew up together, and I wish I didn't have to say that about my baby and me. I wish I could have said I had him when I was already grown up, but as he's getting older, and he is a full-blown teenager now, he's got 3 years till he's 18, considered an adult in the U.S. I'm not ready. I am feeling more panic than I have ever felt in my life, because for the past 5 years here on YouTube, I've tried to get it together so fast so that he could have at least a couple of years of the mom that he deserves, but I'm still not getting it together fast enough. I just want to be able to run my house the way it should, and I know like birthday messes are inevitable, it's going to happen, but I want to set a good example. I want to have it together, you know what I'm saying? So I'm struggling with all the mom guilt. And I know that's normal. I know it's normal. Like, it's normal to feel those things. But this year, I spent the entirety of this year, up to October, 10 months of this year, trying to better myself in different areas. Getting ready for the day, keeping a cleaner home, being a little more organized. And this year, 2025, I have seen the most changes I have ever seen in my life. I have worked, I have grinded, I've ground myself like pepper. I've grinded myself like pepper. I've grinded I've grinded and I've done what I need to do, and I've been consistent, and I tackled my health, I tackled my home, I tackled my relationships with people, I've tackled the channel. I've done everything I know to do, but I just can't make up for the first 30 years of my life in a year. I'm struggling with that. I've tried changing my style, and I'm loving it. I'm changing my style, not even like in my hair and my makeup. I'm getting ready every day, even if it doesn't mean like getting dressed up and makeup all day. I'm getting ready every day, and I'm trying new things in the house, finding a different style, you know, in addition to farmhouse, because I love the farmhouse. It ain't ever going anywhere. But I've been trying new hobbies like cross stitching. You guys saw me start that this year, and all these things, because I don't know who I am outside of being their mama. And I know I'll always be their mama, but they don't need me as much anymore. Even like with their school, like they have teachers now, and they have online things because they're edging towards high school, and I want them to be smarter than me. I didn't want to homeschool them. I want to just get them up to where I got to, and let the people smarter than me do the rest of it, because I want them to be better than me. I want them to be smarter than me. I want them to be more successful than me. Everything that I've worked for hasn't been for me, it's for them. I've lived my life, and God's given me a fantastic one. Everything I do from this point on isn't for me, it's for them. So what do you do when they get old and you don't know who you are? Anyways, I knew I should bring that up to you guys because you guys have been through it. My demographic, the age of most of the people that watch me, it's so funny because I go through an agency now to deal with all the legal stuff of the YouTube channel and stuff like that, and they have to keep up with my demographic. So I see my demographic all the time now, and my demographic is literally from like 45 to 70 is the main age of my friends on here. And I know that's not by mistake. I know that's not just a coincidence. I know it's because God knew I needed that specific age range to kind of guide me, you know, to kind of lead me in this season of life. And the second demographic is people my age. And I also don't think that's a coincidence. I think God's using that first demographic to lead and guide them too. I needed to talk to you guys about that because I know that you guys are going to have wisdom, and I know that you guys are going to know the right thing to say, because I don't know what to say to myself to make myself feel any better, and I don't know if I should feel better about the decisions that I've made, because there's a lot I gotta live with outside of my testimony. There's a lot I gotta live with. I just wish I could have given what I can give now sooner.
I'm tackling this 10-foot long trash can first off because if this area is dirty, it don't matter how clean the rest of the trailer looks, it feels dirty in here. There's a bunch of stuff left over from the party. A bunch of the kids were playing here with like doll houses and new toys, and like they were all playing together, so I will not complain, but there's a lot of stuff everywhere and it's just a mess. So I'm going to tidy this up, get this island cleared off and everything, and it's going to make my house feel 10 times cleaner. However, Shane just drilled a hole in his thumb, so I have to go tend to him real quick. 37 or not, when you drill a hole through your thumb, you need your wife and a Band-Aid. So I helped him, got him back to feeling okay, and got back to cleaning. I want to thank you guys really quickly for allowing me to do sponsors, for giving me permission to do sponsors. As you know, at the beginning of this video, we had a sponsor, and that's something new for me. It takes a lot more time and effort than I anticipated, but I'm being so picky behind the scenes. That's why it's taken me so long to even get get one to you guys. I mentioned doing sponsors like 2 months ago, and it's taken me this long to find ones that I'm really interested in. I like to look for things that I've heard good things about, but I also like to contact people, not just them contact me, but I like to actually contact people that have items that I've like had my eye on or I'm really curious about. And so I want to thank you because I want to tell you right here and now that has made such a difference. I was able to do the bookcase built-in that we did off of the sponsored income. So that is going to be a game changer for our mobile home makeover videos. And I cannot thank you enough. I know I made a few people upset when I asked you guys if it was okay, but I want you to know I will not ruin the trust that we have. I have no intentions of doing that for nothing. No amount of money in the world is worth what God has given me through you guys. And I just want to thank you though for those who were on board and who are willing to let me do this and are willing to give me permission to do this, because it helps not only the content on the channel, but it helps my family as well. And I'm so appreciative that you guys found it in your heart to let me do these things. Midlife crisis. So the other day, my baby turned 15. I had him at a very, very young age. You guys know the story. I got married very young. Basically, as soon as I could, I got married. And then right off the bat, we got pregnant with Colton. And literally 10 months after we got married, Colton was born. So I have never not known a version of me since being with Shane that is not like a mom. Like, since being married, I've always been a mom. As soon as I got married, literally a few days later, I got pregnant, and then 10 months after we got married, I had Colton. So I've never known a version of me that isn't a mom that was outside of me being a teenager. And that is so scary. It's so scary because as I'm watching my kids grow older, and I'm seeing them change, and I'm seeing them get new personalities and grow into things, I can't help but feel like I don't know what life's going to look like. I'm always going to have one of them. I have a forever child. So I know what that's going to look like, but I don't know what the rest is going to look like, and that's scary. I'm going to make them some dinner. They asked for chicken tenders, so we're going to do chicken tenders. How do you say this? Au gratin? That's not how you say it. And green beans for dinner.
For dinner, I'm doing something simple. I have so much I need to be doing, so little time. Everything's going at times 2 speed. I'm falling behind. Also, another problem is nothing that I need for everything is clean. So we're going to be using Christmas. Listen, I feel like I've taken a time machine back to 2021 and slightly losing my mind. Like last night, I cut my bangs, okay? These aren't professionally cut. I cut my bangs at 10:30 last night on a whim because I'm going through something. I hope that's clean. Lord Jesus, please let this be clean. I plead the blood of Jesus over this pan in Jesus' name, amen. I am going through, I don't know if it's where I'm in my mid-30s now. Is it mid-30s? I turned 34 and everything has went berserk. Everybody says that you go crazy and you have like a crisis when you hit 30. I was late because I'm late to everything, like blooming wise, but I was late to that, and I'm not having my crisis till I'm 34, and it didn't initiate until my child turned 15. I'm 34 with a 15-year-old. And now I'm worried that I'm never going to have it together. Look how big that chicken tender is. I'm worried that I'm never going to have it together. Look how big that one is. I'm worried that, oh, that's so cute. When my kids is showing me pictures of their friends and them that they took at a sleepover on their little camera. We got them for Christmas last year. I'm going to go get another bag because this only gave me 5 tenders that was left over. Where's my other bag chicken? I was about to say, no, I had another bag. You making chicken, Cammy? You excited about chicken? I just thought I'd have it more together by now. I thought I would, the PTA, is it PTA? PTO, pay time off? No, PTA, parent teacher advocate. I just thought I'd be one of those PTA moms, you know? I mean, I knew I wouldn't, but I wanted to be, I guess you could say. I wanted to be one of those PTA moms. And I just don't know if I'm even going to be a PTA grandma at this point. And I'm kind of having a crisis. And you guys get to see this crisis in real time. I'm kind of having a crisis. So I'm trying to combat it with, obviously, prayer. And then realizing how temporary life is. And giving myself goals to meet in short periods of time. Not like my 2025 year goal, but rather my goal for this season. So that's exactly what I did when I created my bucket list for fall. This is the things I wanted to do this fall. So that's what I've started doing, is I've started giving myself small and realistic goals in a short time frame. So it's not only I want to lose 100 pounds in a year, it's I want to read a book with cozy aesthetic lighting on my Kindle. Like, I want to get an iced pumpkin latte from Dunkin'. Like, I did that yesterday and marked it off of my list. And that's the things that it's not really romanticizing my life. It's just realizing the life I've been blessed with and running with it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I didn't do that enough in my 20s. Are you using that for static electricity? Oh my goodness. Cameron, come here. Show him. Show him. He is using that balloon as static electricity. Cameron! Bruh! Also, I ran out of milk, so I've got to improvise for these. And this is raw chicken, which I did not realize that until, where did it say that at? Uncooked chicken. I didn't realize that until I was reading it the other day. So it says to cook for like 28 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that. I cook it for 35 minutes. Just because we ain't doing raw chicken around here. And then these, I haven't made in a month of Sundays. I haven't eaten these in a month of Sundays either. So I don't have milk, but I'm pretty sure I could substitute it with like sour cream maybe. That's what we're going to substitute it with. Do I have to put these in the oven? I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, I have to put these in the oven. So I better go ahead and do that. I don't have a pan though clean. I better go ahead and put these in here too so they can both get done at the same time with the chicken tenders. Okay. These look like tater chips. These legit look like Lay's tater chips. I need 2 tablespoons of the butter, so... Oh, I forgot you can't break margarine. Don't judge me. Leave the judging to Jesus. 1.5 cups of boiling water. I'm gonna go use this tiny little measuring cup that's clean to get 1.5 cups. Actually 2. Actually 3 cups of water out of a 1/3 cup measuring thing because everything's dirty. Okay, got my boiling water in there. Gonna just plop this margarine in there, not melted, just it'll melt in the oven. Hopefully not in just one corner of the casserole dish. And then I don't have milk. Oh, but I do. But I do have heavy whipping cream. I forgot about it. Okay, so I need 2/3 a cup of milk. So that means I really need 4/3 a cup of milk, which is 1 1/3 cups. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That's 1/3, and then 1 1/3 cups. Pretty sure. That came in handy. I was gonna use sour cream, but I didn't need to. I'm gonna just kind of mush in my butter I got my packets here. I'm doing 2 packs, by the way. I don't know where. Even though my teeth are doing better, I don't trust it. I'm just afraid. I've always been afraid that one day I'd try to open it with my teeth and then a tooth would just go flying. I get brave and then I splashed milk all the way at you guys. Ew. And I dropped the spatula in there. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ, this Merina is something else. I thought versions of me were difficult. I knew versions of me were difficult. I knew the wild hair version, the ADHD, all the time version, the extremely chaotic version, the happy in every circumstance version. Those are all doozies. But the crisis Merina might top them all.
Is there onions in them?
No, there's no onions.
It's basically chips. They look
That's why I said they look like Lay's chips. Love you. Tell me those are not potato chips. It's a stale tater chip. With no salt. Those are Dollar Tree tater chips. I'm gonna put salt and pepper on them. And I'm gonna pop these in the oven. That's it. I think I got fingerprints on my screen. I always have something on my screen. Dinner is cooking, but I saw a lot of you guys ask about the books I have on my shelf. These are my books, and the books down here are the kiddos' books. And I just have random books. Like, I have random popular books that you see all over the internet for, like, adult women, like A Court of Thorns and Roses. I do have some like that. Some of the things I have to skip. If you know, you know. And I actually do skip them. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you don't really skip it. No. No. If I wouldn't read it in a room with Jesus, I skip it. I have like things like that. I've read these and I really love them. But I also have like Christian books. A lot of Jeanette Oak up here. I also love Kristen Hanna. Actually, these 2 books, which is The Great Alone and The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna, those 2 are probably in the top 5 of my most favorite books ever. Kristen Hanna is an awesome author. Is an awesome author, and like she doesn't have parts in her books so far that I've read that I have to skip. But my 2 favorite authors on my shelf, okay? Lisa T. Bergren. She wrote the River of Time series, which is right here. Waterfall. She wrote the River of Time series. First one's Waterfall, second one's Cascade, third one's Torrent, Born and Tributary, and then Deluge. These are some of the best books I've ever read. They're clean, they're Christian fiction, but they're like fantasy, and it's about these girls. The first one's kind of youthful, like it's a high schooler could read it, you know what I'm saying? These girls, they go back in time in this cave sort of thing. They go far back in time, and the main girl meets this love interest. Well, these are more adult-like. They're clean adult, but they're like more adult-like. So like this one might seem a little juvenile, but these come in and oh my gosh. I plan to reread these really soon. I've got a particular like book set list I want to read during the fall, but after the fall's over, I want to reread this because this is my favorite. Actually, one of you guys got me the entire set of this because I went on about how much I loved it, and you surprised me in the mail with this entire set, and I will never forget that. Also with these as well, there's 2 of these. This is the River of Time series. This is River of Time California, and I haven't read these 2 yet. I'm really excited to read those. But I have a lot of Christian fiction on here, Christian fantasy. Another one of my most favorite Christian fantasy authors is Marie Lou Tyndall right here. Escape to Paradise trilogy is the best I mean, the best story. It's I could read it over and over and over again. It's 3-book set, and this is an omnibus sort of thing with all 3 in them. They're not very long, but man, they're so good. But I have some YA on here too. I have Alice in Zombieland. This is one that I read years and years ago in my early 20s. It's by Gina Showalter, but I loved it so much that I kept it. It has nothing to do with Alice in Wonderland. Don't know why it's called Alice in Zombieland, but it has zombies, and I'm a fan of fantasy like that. One of y'all actually wrote this book and sent it to me. It's the game Jade. It's authored by one of you guys. You sent it to me, and I love it because I think it's so cool that some of my friends are authors. And then I just have sort of books I've heard about that I picked up, books that I seen at Ollie's on discount. This, I want to read this again. This is the perfect book to read in the fall. It's the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I read this a couple of years ago during fall, and I loved it so much, but I'm not reading it this year. This year, I'm currently in the middle of another book for fall, but I want to read this. I bought this specifically because my friend Stevie said she read it and loved it. This is Christian thriller. They called it Christian horror, but I don't really think you can have both of the two in the same book. If you ask my opinion, I don't think there's such thing as Christian horror. So I would designate it as more like Christian thriller. Phoebe was talking a little bit about it, and she made it sound so intriguing. Apparently, it begins with a married couple in need of marriage counseling. They get stranded somewhere. Creepy things start happening. Sounds really good. I was worried about the supernatural aspect to it because I don't do demons. I have a line in books I do not cross. It's my own convictions. I'm not going to sit here and say Christians shouldn't read things like that. This Christian shouldn't because I'm convicted about it. So I don't do like haunted, The Conjuring, anything like that. I don't do anything like that, demonic, nothing. So I was worried when it said supernatural, but my friend told me that not to worry. It looks like it's going to go in that way, but it actually doesn't. So as soon as she said that, I grabbed it on the Amazon, and I'm going to read that. If y'all want to read it with me, pick it up on Amazon. I think I paid $9 for this big old paperback one. I didn't get the hardcover one. It was like $20, I think. But it's House. The Only Way Out Is In. If somebody out there wants to read it with me, let me know. If I don't see your comment, Shane will, and he'll tell me. I would love to buddy read it with one of y'all. I have the Light Lark trilogy here, which is a very popular book on the internet for women in their 30s right now. I love this one because the sprayed edges. Caravel right here. I'm going to read it for Halloween because Colton got that for me for Christmas, and I heard it's a really good read for Halloween. And then up here I have the Lux series. It's about aliens. It's YA, so it's clean too. I don't have a lot of like spicy books. Actually, the only ones I think you could consider spicy would be the Court of Thorns and Roses, and I like it because it's got enough plot to where the spice isn't the plot. It's got plot, and then the rest, and then the spice is like a side quest you can skip over without losing any of the story. Everybody looks at me like I'm being mean and judgy when I say that in person. Like I'm like, oh, I don't read that stuff. They're like, well, I do. Are you saying I'm not a Christian? Like, no, please don't. If I ever say I don't do something, just know I'm not saying that that's something you can't do either. If you're a Christian, you have your own convictions. You have walked a life that God knows what you don't need to intake in order to stay close with Him and to preserve yourself spiritually. My whole life, I've had issues with things, and I can't read stuff like that, and I don't really want to. But when I say that, I'm never judging anybody. Please know that I'm the last person that would judge anybody for anything. Oh my gosh, if I pointed one finger at y'all could point all 10 at me. I ain't got a stone to throw, baby. I'm just saying, that's what's on my shelf. And then, obviously, I read a lot of manga with Shane these days. I love reading manga with Shane. Call them picture books, call them adult picture books, all you want to, but I love reading manga with Shane. It's so much fun. And I just started doing that this year when I started making changes and just doing new things. I'm trying new things all the time. Things that I was afraid to try, and I love it. Dinner's almost done. Shane's coming in from working on a project. I am hungry. Let me get dinner plated and I'll show you guys what we eat. I'm plating everybody's food like they're toddlers because I'm in the middle of a crisis. I find myself
doing this bucket list, not only for me to experience things, because I feel like time is just going by so fast, and I want to do things that I don't prioritize. I want to prioritize those things that I don't normally prioritize, especially seasonal things that only come around once a year, right? There's only one time a year you can appropriately go to a pumpkin patch. Any other time, you're just going to see vines. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to prioritize things that are limited time only sort of things, like holiday things. And I want to do that while my kids are still small enough to enjoy it. I'm over here thinking, like, I've never taken my kids to Disney World. Oh my gosh, now they're already like 11 and 13 and 15. And oh my gosh, Colton's not going to like Mickey anymore. If we go there, he's not going to hug him. I'm not going to get a picture like that. That's the sort of stuff that's going through my brain right now. And like I said, I don't know if it has something to do with me turning 34 or if it has something to do with my child turning 15. Whatever it is, it could be one and the same, either, both, or I don't know. But it's really messing with me mentally. I don't know if that's normal because I wasn't raised by my mom. My nanny was in her late 40s, early 50s when she raised me. So this time in her life had already come and gone a long time ago by the time she raised me. So I never saw what a mom goes through as her children grow and as she, goes through her 30s. So I don't know if it's normal, but I would like to know it is. It would make me feel better if I knew that this is normal and I'm not weird. Okay, so I made a pumpkin. What? I made a pumpkin cake / cupcakes. What I did was I literally did it the lazy way. I just used a yellow cake mix box and then added half of a can of pumpkin puree, not pie filling because that's already got all the stuff in it. Half a can of pumpkin puree, some pumpkin pie spice, and some clove and cinnamon. And did it in a cake, made it into cupcakes, and now I'm making homemade cream cheese icing with cream cheese, a random amount of powdered sugar, and a little bit of vanilla. Literally, I didn't measure anything except for the can of pumpkin. And I prepared the cake mix just like the box says. So I prepared the cake mix with the eggs, the oil, the water, all that, and then I added half a can of pumpkin puree. Mixed it up really good, put in my pumpkin pie spice, my clove, and my cinnamon, just a little bit sprinkle here and there. Mixed it up, put them in cupcake pans, and then I just made some icing. I just wing it. Sometimes it turns out good, sometimes it don't. How do y'all like my hair up with bangs? I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, Cammy's got stuff going on down here, but I almost forgot y'all were worried about the return. I remember that a bunch of you guys are worried, so I'm gonna actually clean that in today's video so you guys don't worry no more. Thank you though for being worried. I'm thankful to have people that are concerned about my well-being and the house's well-being and all that stuff. But I do want to show you guys. So the return is really dirty, but there is a newer filter in there. Shane changes the filter regularly. The return is just not good. We're still breathing in the junk, I guess, because the return's still dirty. You can see it's got a lot of dust on it. Right here especially, it's got a lot of dust on it. But whenever you open it up, this is bad right here. But I think we still have a few more days till we have to change the filter. But you can see the filter has some stuff on it too. But other than that, it's not bad or anything. We just definitely want to clean this up because you guys said that could actually cause problems for the unit. And if y'all remember last summer, we don't need no problems. So I'm going to take this outside actually, even though it's dark, because I remembered it, to bring me peace of mind and y'all peace of mind. I'm going to take this outside and hose it off and wash it with some dish soap because that's yucky. I was talking to one of my friends about you guys, and I was telling them, like, I see some creators get sort of annoyed, I guess you could say, when they have so many opinions coming at them at once, especially if there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments. There's hundreds of opinions, there are hundreds of advice, and I see them maybe not getting annoyed, but getting overwhelmed. And I want you to know that does not happen to me. It does not happen to me. I I told my friend this, I consider myself so blessed that I have so many people looking out for my well-being, my home's well-being. If I had a friend and I went over to their house and I noticed something, I probably wouldn't notice it like you guys notice it because I don't notice nothing. But if I did notice their return being that way, I would tell them, I would bring it up in a nice way, like, hey girl, like clean your return. You don't want your AC unit like struggling. I would do that. And so I feel like you guys doing that and saying those things in the comment is just exercising your friendship for me and your love for me, and I appreciate that because I have so many eyes on things in the house and I'm horrible at details, so it helps whenever I have other sets of eyes catching things that I need to tackle. I might have overdone this here with the return and washing it outside with the water hose and scrubbing it, but I wanted to make sure it was clean because I did not even think. I thought, filters changed, we're good to go. I did not think about the fact that there was sitting dust on the inside and outside of this return and how that could affect things. So I went out, cleaned it with a water hose, cleaned it with a scrubber and some dish soap, and then I started tackling in here too. And you can see how dirty it was around the rim of the vent area. This vent is different. I think the previous owner got a commercial size HVAC unit because it's ginormous, and when we look it up on the internet, it specifically says commercial like one. So I think she got a commercial HVAC unit, and they had to change things inside of this area because every other trailer we've lived in, this area looks a particular way. And you'll notice when I take the filter out here in a minute that it's kind of hollow and there's a big old hole-like vent that goes down under the trailer. And when we were looking at it outside, especially when we had it worked on, was it last year when it went out? We were looking at it and there's a big old hose that comes from under the trailer. So whatever they did, whatever happened when they switched out the AC units, because that one's a newer one that we have now, they've had to have gone in here and done something different because nothing I've ever had on wheels, no mobile home I've ever seen, looks like this back behind it. It's always like the coils and the little tray thing and all that stuff is right there. So this is really different and neat, but it gets dirty, and I never thought to really look back behind here. I didn't even know it looked like this behind here until recently whenever somebody mentioned the return. Well, a bunch of somebodies mentioned the return being back here and being dusty. So once we did that, we checked the filter, we pulled it out, and I was like, oh snap, there's a random 2x4 here, and this looks nothing like any trailer I've ever had before. So that was neat, but I took the time to go in and clean this too, just to make sure everything was fresh and clean again. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope y'all have a blessed morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Know that I love you, but
Jesus loves you so much more.
Jesus loves you so much more. I'll see y'all later.